The bet totepool at totesport.com. Apprentice Handicap, 7 runners over 10 furlongs. The blindfolds are whipped off. An expensive problem was sitting back when the stalls were opened and lost a bit of ground. Cheshire Bear was also awkward and under deliberate restraint, it would appear. Dancer's Legacy in the blue and white, and the early pace is not at all strong, and that's going to help those that rather bungled the start, as Constant Cheers leads the run through the first furlong from Tactile. Despite the fact the pace isn't strong, they are strung out because several are at pains to anchor their mounts, notably Dancer's Legacy, who was basically arm locked coming out of the stalls and has dropped right to the rear of the field. Run for Eads races in 3rd place at this stage. Cheshire Bear, despite jumping awkwardly, is 4th, racing on the outside of Penang Chinta. Then we have Expensive Problem and Dancer's Legacy under this exaggerated waiting ride at the back of the field. So out in front we have Constant Cheers, who, meandering along, still has a 2-length advantage over the Pat Phelan pair. Tactile, and then in 3rd place Runs for Eads, who's amongst a few who are racing keenly. In 4th place is Cheshire Bear. Behind these Penang Chinta, Expensive Problem, and at the rear of the field the colour change Dancer's Legacy as they begin to make the descent now. That'll carry them towards the halfway stage. So Constant Cheers under one of the more experienced riders, David Probert. Have to feel he's having the run of the race out in front. A softish lead, leading by 2 lengths from Tactile. Cheshire Bear taking closer order all the time in the orange and black colours as they pass the 5 from Run for Eads. Penang Chinta in 5th. Expensive Problem is in 6th place, and still this gap of 6 to 7 lengths back to Dancer's Legacy has been set an awful lot to do as they make the turn back into the straight. So out in front, Constant Cheers leads. See where they decide to head. Constant Cheers will have that decision first from Tactile, Cheshire Bear and Run for Eads as they're all staying over towards the far side at the moment. Penang Chinta, then Expensive Problem, and still towards the back of the field is Dancer's Legacy. So Constant Cheers, with 2.5 furlongs to travel, leads by a couple of lengths from Tactile. Cheshire Bear is hard at work, then Run for Eads, Penang Chinta. Expensive Problem back in 6th as they make their way with a furlong and a half to go, and Constant Cheers being pressed by Tactile for Pat Phelan, and Tactile, the local runner, moving alongside Constant Cheers, who's still narrowly in front on the far side. Cheshire Bear is 3rd, Penang Chinta gave him a bit of a start, running on, but Constant Cheers out in front just about the entire way, still leads from Cheshire Bear, Run for Eads and Penang Chinta. Constant Cheers, David Probert rode them to sleep. Cheshire Bear was 2nd, Run for Eads and Penang Chinta tight for 3rd. Back in 5th place then was Tactile, who didn't get home. Expensive Problem